This Mobile Geeks video is powered by ASUS.
Hey there, it's Miriam Jouar for Mobile Geeks, and this here is the OnePlus 2. Yes, you guessed it. This is the successor to the OnePlus One, a phone everybody really likes a lot, and so it's actually quite a beautiful phone and quite an upgrade. So let me walk you through some of the features. First of all, as you can see, there's a gorgeous IPS panel here. It's 5.5 inches across, and it is HD, full HD, 1080p, so don't get too excited here. No quad HD going on. This is obviously to meet a price point. This phone costs $389 US with 64 gigs of built-in storage. So it's a really aggressive price point. And so as such, you know, they chose to go for an 1080p, really high quality IPS panel. As you can see here, you know, beautiful viewing angles. They decided they wanted to optimize performance in bright sunlight, and it looks really great outdoors. So that's why they went with a 1080p display. Other thing you'll notice right away down here is the fingerprint scanner. This is a really nice fingerprint scanner. I set it up earlier, and it's faster and more responsive than the ones that I've used before. It's faster than one on the iPhone and more responsive and more accurate than the one on the GS6. I have lots of issues with the GS6 not recognizing my fingers, and with the iPhone taking a little while to recognize my finger. This has no problems. It goes quick, and it goes from any position on my thumb. So that was very exciting. The other thing is you'll notice there's some hardware buttons that can be configured to be either the back or the recent app button any way you want. And you can also change these to be on-screen Nexus style if you prefer, because obviously that's something that has been feasible on the OnePlus One before, and they've just carried it over. On top here you'll see the earpiece, a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, and that's basically it for the front. Now on the back there's a new exciting piece here, and that's the new camera. It's a 13 megapixel like last year, but it's a new sensor by OmniVision, and it has a laser autofocus. You can see a sensor there, and it has a dual LED flash. It's a little lower than the other one from last year, but it's really great. The camera works really well. The hardware is on point in terms of specs. The only disappointment is the software just doesn't live up to what the hardware can do, and OnePlus One has promised to update it. Right now the camera app is very basic. You can obviously use manual camera or FV5 if you prefer to have a little bit more control, but frankly what I want to see is something like what the G4 offers. RAW support, shutter speed control up to 30 seconds. There's no such thing out of the box in this phone, despite the fact that the hardware can handle it. So be aware of that. OnePlus has promised RAW support very shortly on software, but we haven't seen that yet. Other interesting tidbits, there is a USB Type-C port at the bottom here. As you can see, this is where the speaker and microphone are as well, mono speaker. Nothing too exciting down here. On top you have the headphone jack and the secondary mic, and that's also not too surprising. What is exciting though is this metal machined edge all the way around the phone, and it looks really nice. It's no longer fake and no longer plastic, and this is a real metal phone, a real metal edge for $389. See the power lock key here and the volume rocker above it. And on the other side there's a really interesting new feature. I really love this idea, and it's a slider. It goes between all notifications, priority only, and silence all. So let me go back to the main screen here, and you'll see if I slide it. So this is all notification, this is priority only, and this is all notifications off, as you can see. So it's really great. Really quickly you can feel your way through silencing your phone or setting your priorities. Very cool. I hope this is programmable, so you can maybe turn it into a sound on and off a rocker just like on the iPhone. That would be really cool. What else is there to say? The innards of this phone are Snapdragon 810. It's a version 2 of the 810, so it's a little bit more efficient in terms of power management, better battery life, and potentially a little bit less hot. I did notice it running warm, but nothing too alarming, so that seems to be the case. 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of built-in storage on this particular unit. There's going to be a cheaper $329 unit with 16 gigs of storage, but that's not happening for a little while still. And you know, the back cover here is removable. Underneath you'll find just basically the two nano SIM slots, no micro SD cards expansion here, alas, still, and no removable battery. So let me just pop that cover off so you can have a quick look. It is basically lets you customize your phone with different backs. There is like a bamboo back and a carbon fiber, fake carbon fiber back. This is what it looks like. As you can see, no battery, nothing accessible except for this little thing. You can slide out like this, and it holds both SIM cards. If I pull it out all the way, you can see there's two little slots for two SIM cards, and that's how this works. The battery in here is 3,300 milliamp hours. It should be sufficient for most uses, but it is not removable, obviously, so keep that in mind as well. This is no different than last year's model, so nothing too unusual there. So that's it in a nutshell. The OnePlus 2, the new quote-unquote flagship killer, but sadly without Qi wireless charging. You probably noticed two pins when I removed the back cover. Those two pins are not for wireless charging. They are for sensing which cover you put on. Great phone all around. For the price, you can't go wrong. The only negatives, I guess, would be no wireless charging, no micro SD, no removable battery if that's something that matters to you, and only a 1080p display. But what a 1080p display this is. It's a really, really gorgeous one. As you can see, everything is very fast and very much what you expect. I mean, it's, you know, there's no issues here with performance. I didn't see any hiccups. It's running Oxygen OS, which is, you know, what OnePlus replies Cyanogen with. So again, if you've installed Oxygen on a OnePlus One, you know what this experience is going to be like. It's not really adding anything majorly new to the experience. So yeah, great phone. I wish the camera came with better software, but the hardware is definitely there and there's potential. And I wish they supported Qi wireless charging. Those to me are the two things that could use some improvement. Everything else is definitely worthy. So I hope you enjoyed this hands-on with the OnePlus 2 here. I'm Miriam for Mobile Geeks, and stay tuned for more coverage about the OnePlus 2 here on our YouTube channel. Cheers.